Hallmark with Dolly, and we'd like to introduce Dolly and all of you to our family member, Matt Rogers.
Yes.
Matt, you should know, Matt has been very instrumental in supporting our military servicemen and women. He has always been involved and takes such pride in doing that. And since today is Memorial Day, and Matt is here, and by the way, nothing more patriotic than the American eagle. What a beautiful animal this is, which is, by the way, a symbol of patriotism, and it represents the freedom of this great country of ours.
And Dolly, you partnered with the American Eagle Foundation over 27 years ago, a really long time. How did that happen?
Well, we are so proud of that whole idea because here in the Smoky Mountains, we try to preserve our history and all the wonderful things that are, from this area. And we had a lot of injured birds, and so we wanted to show them, they couldn't go back out into the wild. So we had our sanctuary where we grew the little eggs and little, when the bald eagle was, beginning to be extinct. Well, we kind of put them back out, flew them back out. So we've actually worked very closely with the foundation to really make sure that all the things are treated properly. But it just fits so well here in these mountains and what we try to do here.
Well, your good friend and the founder of the American Eagle Foundation, Al Cicerie, is here with us. I'd like to invite him out because comes with him is a very, very beautiful, beautiful eagle. This is Challenger.
Come on out here, Al.
That is gorgeous, Al. It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
How y'all doing?
This is Challenger.
That's right.
And you say Challenger is your baby. It's a big animal. Why do you refer to Challenger as your baby?
Because he's been with... Do we want to keep that on tape?
Yes, that's right. We are.
Right there.
I call him my baby because he's been with me for 27 years. And I've traveled all over the United States with him. I treat him like a baby. I care for him. I go to Whole Foods and buy him salmon and Fiji water and all kinds of stuff.
Which he just lost.
That's right. He just lost part of it. When you're an eagle, you can go wherever you want.
You go wherever you want.
You absolutely can. Why is it such a great partnership with you and Dolly and Dollywood?
We've been at Dollywood for about 27 years now, and it's been actually a match made in heaven. We've been able to reach a lot of millions of people with our message about protecting eagles. They've been able to get an up-close look at their majestic symbol, and it's just been a perfect relationship in so many ways. We've been able to raise babies and release them into the wild. We've been able to rehabilitate hundreds of birds of prey and eagles and put them back into the wild where they belong.
And Al and I have become good friends through the years, and we do a lot of different things together, different programs and shows where we are, and he'll bring the Challenger, and so people always love being part of that, and I'm just so honored to be part of that.
And Matt, you got to spend time with Al.
I really did. I mean, you said it was an honor. It is a tremendous honor to obviously meet Al, know the history, and actually go behind the scenes and get a first-class look at the American Eagle Foundation, which we did. Take a look. We're here at Al's American Eagle Foundation, and he's giving us a behind-the-scenes look at his facility. Al, where are we right now?
We're in the foundation's incubation room. This is where we incubate eagle eggs, and we hatch them in our incubators. We puppet rear them for a few days to a week, and then we place them back in with real parents.
The average eagle lays 1 to 3 eggs per year. All the eggs collected in the facility are kept in an incubator to start the initial hatching process.
These are eagle eggs. 2 of them are golden eagle eggs, the ones with brown spots, and this is a bald eagle egg.
Al and his team check and weigh the eggs daily to make sure the eaglets are developing properly.
She's going to weigh the egg because the weight does change on an egg the closer it gets to hatching. It takes approximately 35 days to hatch a bald eagle egg.
Where does hatching happen? Right here?
Once the eggs start to pip, that little hole in the egg, we put them in here. This is another type of incubator. As soon as the eaglet hatches out, we'll feed it for a couple days in here with an eagle puppet, but then we'll move it over to a tub for maybe about a week that has straw in it.
No way.
And we're going to feed this eaglet right now.
So she's going full tree-like mode. You said you were going to use an eagle puppet.
We don't want them to associate people with the food when they're eating the food. And also we try not to talk while they're being fed either.
Good thing you had me do this instead of Kim Douglas, because she can't stop talking. What are you about to feed the baby right now?
We feed all of our babies quail and trout. It's a good, healthy diet.
In a feeding session, an eaglet will always eat until it's full. Feeding them with the eagle puppet ensures the birds can be released into the wild and are not dependent on humans for survival. The incubation room was awesome. Where are we at now?
We're at our breeding building, and we've got 5 compartments in this building. They all have a pair of eagles in. And right now we've got a couple eaglets that are, I guess, about 5 weeks of age that we're going to check out. But first I'm going to let you have a peek inside so you can see the parents on the nest.
Absolutely. And then is that the parents' names on the outside?
Yeah, each one of these pairs was named by families who have lost loved ones in battle. We try to honor veterans and military wherever we can in our work, because it's not just about saving eagles and conserving eagles, it's about inspiring America.
The American Eagle Foundation receives anywhere from 10 to 50 injured or sick birds annually for rehabilitation. Eagles can be injured due to poaching, traps, power lines, and even windmills.
So this is a door where we can take eggs out or put babies in, and it's also a way that we've got one-way glass here where we can look in and check on things to see how things are going.
We're gonna go in there? I'm not going in there.
I'm actually going to go in here, and I'm going to take the young out. We're going to weigh them out here.
Eagles, especially the mama, she's gonna be protective of that thing, right?
Mm-hmm. She will be, but we have Spencer down there holding a net up, keeping them from coming on the nest.
Wow.
Otherwise, if he wasn't there, they would come and fly at us, yes.
They'd get you, wouldn't they? These eggs are being nurtured by the parents, but we just saw the incubation room. What's the difference? Why do some go in incubation and some stay with the parents?
Well, the eggs that we bring into the incubation room are special circumstances where we have to intervene. This pair right here hatched their own eggs and are raising their own young. They're experienced parents. They've laid them before.
Got it.
The eaglet that you saw in the incubation room, we actually found that egg in the ground right in the middle of the aviary at Dollywood. We hatched it out. So every eaglet that we hatch here, even though they come from disabled parents that can no longer survive in the wild, the young will get to fly free.
By the time an eaglet is 5 weeks old, it can weigh nearly 6 pounds, and its flight feathers have already started to grow. By 12 weeks old, the eagle is as big as its parents.
So it's definitely increased in weight and size from the last time that we weighed it.
As exciting as it was to see the eaglets, I was finally ready to meet Challenger. It is absolutely beautiful. I can't believe I'm this close to a bald eagle. How old is Challenger?
Well, Challenger's 27 years old this year. We've had him since he was 1 year old. And he was blown out of a nest as a baby in a storm in Louisiana. He wasn't injured. He was only about 5 weeks of age. So people found him and rescued him, and they thought they'd do him a big favor by raising him and releasing him again. But the people that found him didn't know how to raise an eagle properly to keep him wild. They fed him in full view, and Challenger became what we call a human imprint, or an eagle that thinks he's a person. He was turned over to the American Eagle Foundation after that for rehabilitation. Wow. So and of course, since that time, he's become a great ambassador for his species.
Absolutely. Yeah. Can you show me and demonstrate how know, he flies and what you do?
I will. And here he goes. All right, Challenger. Spencer.
Look at that thing. Unbelievable. Wow. How many times can he do this and keep eating? All day?
Well, he's limited on what he can do because we keep him at a training weight, just like an athlete.
Absolutely beautiful and perfect. Al, thank you so much, man. I cannot wait to show Challenger to Mark and Christina. They're going to flip. I can't wait to have you back.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's been fun.
Will Challenger give me dap because he's got a human?
Well, if you don't want 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch in these talons, he doesn't do that.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised. Well, Dolly, we are so honored to be here on Memorial Day, and we're going to be back with a special salute to our country, and Challenger is going to fly.
Yay!
Yay!
That's going to be a thrill.